Why is this happening? No! We're about to crash!
Uh-oh, why? What happened? What's going on? Why is the egg carrier crashing?
Oh, we're back, by the way.
That doesn't... Why?
Man, Xenoblade Chronicles looks really cool.
Yeah, that's the sword.
That does fucking look like Xenoblade.
It does look like a Xenoblade
The red
design.
and bright green.
Yeah, where's its gigantic, massive tits?
Here's that girl from the new Xenoblade game.
Yeah,
Because that's literally her armor
her
color.
Her boobs look like are bigger than her head.
She has thighs that stick out of her armor.
Yeah, she's got little love handles.
Yeah, I love it. I don't like that game, but I like it. Oh my god. Why is there fire behind him?
Police!
Too bad I chose Amy.
Oh yeah. Oh no!
Oh no!
No, Sonic, don't do it! Oh no!
Wait. There's still a way to change this.
The future.
And Sonic says, "It's no use."
He's like, oh, maybe I'll start saying that.
Return to an
Sonic's
earlier
classic
point in
quote,
time,
"It's no use."
We'll be able to save her.
Who was that pink bitch?
I understand.
Darren, is that what you do to just like women in public?
No,
Or, like,
but
a friend brings his girlfriend over.
here's our ass gems.
That's Blaze, by the way. Her name is Blaze the cat.
Chaos control.
Wait, don't you need 7 Chaos Emeralds to do that?
I think you do.
Why can they do it with 2? What? What? Why? Need
Plot.
7.
Plot comeuppance.
I can handle this myself.
I know how to do time travel.
Cause I'm cool and confident.
All right, so Alex, Agora.
Oh yeah, Agora.
Okay.
Okay, well.
So here,
alright, you know more about the whole thing than I do.
Alex is a moderator, so it's kind of sad that.
admin.
Oh, you're an admin. Yeah. I always think moderators are higher than.
All right, so it's a Facebook group.
Yes, it is a Facebook group called Agora. And it's a discussion group. Here, I'll read the bio if I can find it. About. Here we go. Agora is a Agora was a public open space in Greece used for assemblies and such. This is a place of learning, fresh and respectful debate and interaction. I wish it was. Agora is a place for intellectual discussion, so if you don't have anything objective to say, don't comment. Attacking other people instead of discussing the topic at hand will result in consequences deemed appropriate by the admins, such as being muted or banned. Right? Seems friendly enough. Now, I do want to point out that these are the exceptions and not the rules, like what I'm about to bring up. All in all, most of the people in Agora are not bad people. I mean, like nobody.
Oh, wow, dude.
No, okay. None of them are like bad people. They're not like, oh, I rape children. Is that all right? Like, nobody.
Let's discuss.
Nobody. Yeah, nobody.
Change my mind.
Nobody in the group is like that, but a lot of them are very obnoxious. And that's what I'll be bringing up. Fuck out of here, Frank. Most of the posts in this group are fairly simple, right? Just discussing fairly easy topics. A lot of people are like, oh, here, take this political compass test to see where you stand and all that stuff, right? Some people are talking about like, oh, should we teach kids how to shoot a gun? You know, stuff like that. You know, but then there's certain topics that are brought up. Why is there bounce pads there? There's certain topics that are brought up that are kind of like, it just kind of feels like they're posting it only to have their opinion justified.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know the feeling.
Like, what are your views on interracial relationships? I don't think anybody's
I think they're bad.
Yeah, I don't think
Alex, edit that out.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a single person that's gonna be like, I don't like them. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, and if they, and if they are like, there's no person today who is like our age I've ever met that is like, no, I hate interracial relationships.
That we've met.
Yeah, but like
these two.
and
Are
I
these
and I
an
think
interracial relationship.
probably but like okay, are you back in time now?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Can't you tell?
Yeah, it looks so different.
Fucking go for it! Stop.
You know, and I think if somebody did feel that way, most people would kind of outcast them.
Yeah, they'd
like-
be ostracized.
Yeah, so I don't think it's really that big of an issue. So I mean, that's just kind of a nitpick on my end. That's kind of like, oh, there's not, no, there's not a reason to post that, right? Like, nobody's gonna disagree with you.
Okay.
And then there's certain topics that, like, here, hold on. Let me find.
Just let it all out there.
Let me find one of mine. Okay, so the main, I'm not gonna name call anyone, and I'm not gonna bring out their names or anything like that. So one of the head admins, pretty much the guy who made the page, let's give him a fake name. What should we call him?
Middle-aged man.
No, we need a name for him.
That's his name.
Yeah, I know, not him, but let's call him Goofy.
Let's call him Kintabor.
Kintabor.
Julian Kintabor.
Okay, we'll call him Kintabor. Okay, so Kintabor, he's pretty much the guy who made the group, and do not get me wrong, I like him. I like him as a person. I've hung out with him a couple times. He's a cool dude. He is also
so cool?
because when you're not discussing things. Okay, so he is a black man, which
No!
like when you're discussing things with him that are not inherently good fucking job, inherently tied to a race,
Like-
and it doesn't even have to be like a race issue. It's just race. When that comes up, he becomes unsufferable.
Real,
Oh, it's bad. But like, he's not a bad dude, right?
okay.
But he does like to complain about race a lot in the group, and like, okay,
Maybe he just feels very, maybe he feels very strongly about race.
or hold on.
I don't know.
I vented about in the group chat a little, or in that group a little bit. I said, I've seen a trend over the last few years of using buzzwords to discredit another person's argument instead of trying to refute said argument. I feel this leads to people keeping their opinions to themselves more often than not, instead of sharing their slightly different ideas. This in turn leads to a sort of hive mind and a yes men surrounding topics. Yes men is just pretty much agreeing with somebody just for the sake of agreeing with them. I feel like on certain topics there is a true hard answer that most people agree to be true, and rather than communicating slightly different ideas or slightly different ways of achieving that same idea, this hive mind belittles everyone else who doesn't immediately agree. I don't really have any specific cases, and I haven't seen it happen too much in this group, but it'd be interesting to hear some insight around this occurrence. There wasn't really a whole lot of discussion on that post. Now, what does annoy me is that any issue like that, to try and make the group itself like less toxic, sort of, less toxic or annoying or
Toxic masculinity.
no, shut up. Anything that's like any post like that gets like 2-3 comments. There's almost 600 members in this group, by the way.
Well, I mean, how many of them actually?
I mean, that's true.
there.
That's true. I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's still, it's worth noting that there's like 600 people in this, right?
Yeah. By the way, 600 people.
Yeah.
That blew my mind when I first saw that.
I'm pretty sure he just invited everyone in his friends list.
Yeah, more than likely.
And then I've added a couple people too.
Yeah, we had to brag.
Yeah, we added Brad. We added
boy.
who? And
He's a funny guy.
what is Robotnik's name backwards?
Kintabor.
Kintabor. Yeah. Kintabor and don't get along very well.
Oh man, classic Kintabor.
You said he's a funny guy as if like you didn't like him.
What? No.
You're just like, yeah, he's a
funny guy.
Oh, okay. He gets a little angry sometimes.
He does.
But, yeah.
He gets a little too angry, I'd say.
Yeah. But oh god, where is it going? Oh yeah, there was a post in this chat about hair. Where was
Hair?
that? Yeah, hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's okay for every race to get box braids? I have seen so much of this, so much on this, honestly, about people saying it's wrong or right. So I just want to see what everyone here thinks.
What is box braid?
It's typically a black hairstyle.
What does that look like?
It's you braid your hair, but here's a picture of it.
There it is. Oh, that looks nice.
Oh shit! Sonic Man! He's wearing a Sonic t-shirt! I like him! I thought that little armband was like a swastika at first, and I was like,
It has
oh.
an S on it.
No, does it?
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, do his voice.
Did you call me? Yeah! You wanna know who I am, do you?
Yes, I do.
I saved Princess Elise and I fight bad guys. I'm the superhero Sonic Man.
Hey, you're so cool.
I have one big eye. Man, I'm cool. Why are you dressed like me? Oh, I get it. You look up to me, don't you? I will give you my autograph. You don't want it? You're the real Sonic? Yeah, sure, kid, sure. Just for you, I'll prove that to you that I'm the real thing. Let's race. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what?
Perhaps this Agora conversation will have to wait.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait a second.
Because I want. You know what? You do it.
Okay.
Here, you try it. Beat Sonic Man.
Is he hard?
Yeah, he's a robot master.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's not the music.
Not. First one who reaches the station first wins. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Loading screen.
Let's have a loading screen about it.
First one to load faster wins. Oh, you have an SSD? Damn it, I lost.
What? This is perhaps the highlight of the game.
Is it?
Probably.
Cha 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 yobi yoshi. Add the fucking Dragon Ball Super music in.
Oh my god, Aaron and I were dying. Because when I was a child in middle school,
Oh, you used to
I
run
used
like
to
this?
run like that.
Which way?
You're going the right way.
Am I?
Yeah, you'll be fine. I ran like that in a track and field event
Uh-huh.
in middle school.
Did you win?
I did win. I got first or second place, I do believe.
Uh-huh.
But I ran with my arms behind my back, like Naruto and Sonic. And though I won, I did that I didn't. No one else lived that down. I still get called out for it every so often. I don't do it.
Sonic?
I don't do it anymore though.
Can I have your autograph? I can't believe I've met the real Sonic. It's such an honor. I want to be just like you. Can I be your apprentice?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah. Why, yes, you can, young man.
And then that guy like tries to go off a springboard, and like when he lands on the wall, he just snaps his kneecaps.
It's like, guess I'll be seeing ya. Please, I need to go to a hospital.
Bye.
Here, have a few rings. Goodbye.
Too easy. No
Oh my god, I'm sweating. Hot tamale, I'm sweating. Is it pop tamale or is it hot tamale?
Pop the molly. I'm
Oh,
sweating.
it's pop the molly. Okay. Have you ever tried? I think I did a book report on Molly or something like that.
Probably in health class.
Yeah.
We had to pick a drug. I did LSD.
How was
It's
it?
also called angel dust.
Wow. Have you ever heard of THC or it was like it's like it's a hallucinogen, but like hippies like really love it a lot. It's like
Really?
it like lets you see aliens.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like exclusively like
Huh.
when people say it, when people take it, it's straight up like they see aliens.
Okay, Agora.
Okay,
We'll
continue.
get back to this. Okay, so yeah, Alex said, well, we were talking about the box braids thing. It's basically cultural appropriation, is what the conversation was. If it's okay for white people to do it, right? Forrest, who I tend to agree with, he said, yes, cultural appropriation is bullshit. We grow as a species by sharing experiences, learning, and adapting. And then somebody said, ha, wrong.
Like literally they literally said how wrong.
Ha, wrong.
Oh well, that's all they said.
No, they also typed a big
Oh,
big thing,
okay.
and fucking Robotnik, Kintavor, he said he heart reacted it. So that tells you the type of guy who's running this group. He said, I wouldn't consider a hairstyle cultural appropriation personally, but it's definitely a thing, if only because people will take ritualistic or significant garments from another culture without understanding the full meaning of them or what they are actually used for. Now that's a fairly decent argument. Okay.
But who cares?
Exactly. He said, not to mention, associating yourself with a culture you know nothing about is ignorance at its finest. For all you know, the culture you're appropriating could have a stance you strongly disagree with, and in that way you're literally symbolizing hypocrisy, which makes you look stupid. And then Forrest said, okay, so give me an example of cultural appropriation. The other guy said wearing a hijab at a music festival because it looks cute when you're not Muslim. Forrest said, so? If a person likes how a hijab looks and isn't claiming that it makes them more knowledgeable about Muslim culture simply by wearing it, who cares? I think the meaning in the clothing changes depending on who is wearing it.
The reason why you do something is pretty important because that's like,
Yeah.
as human beings, we are a species that does things for purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then you said you can get whatever hairdo you want.
I did. It's just a hairdo.
Yes.
I don't fucking care. It's not my business.
Okay, back to so the big argument post in this group was, can white people experience racism?
Oh yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh boy.
Okay, most people in that group or in that conversation.
Did I say anything in that? I don't remember.
I don't remember. I think you did.
I think I did as well.
Yeah, you did.
I made a very small, simple statement. I tried to use as little words.
You said something about like, if you're racist or if you dislike somebody because they're Caucasian, then that's racist.
Well, I think okay. What I said was
you're like, Caucasian is a race.
to be racist is to discriminate against someone because of their race.
And then you're like, Caucasian is a race.
Yeah, and then I
if you
gave some
dislike them
examples.
because So, and that was the general assessment. Was yes, they can, but not systemically, at least in the United States, right? Like, not from a system, or like not, what the fuck?
Chrome. It is cool.
Future!
Where's Squidward?
So, that was the general consensus, was that yes, they can, but not in the same ways that other minorities can in the United States.
Well, certainly.
Right? And, you know, and I agree with that for the most part. But then somebody brought up something about other countries, and that's where our boy stepped in. Probably be on the show at some point, so I don't care about name dropping him too hard.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'd love to have him on the show. I've always wanted more people to be on the show.
Yeah, well,
we've had Aaron, we've had Adrian.
You still gotta meet him, so.
Yeah.
Oh, the Queen. But yeah, is a guy that I literally met because of Smash Bros. So.
Yeah.
And now we're like super good buddies.
Is he very good at it?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
We'll have to fight him sometime.
But yeah, he's
What does he play?
He can play Melee with us on the show.
Okay.
Him and I started playing Smash 4 together. That's how we met. And then I was like, hey, where do you live? And he's like, I live in Pennsylvania. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, where at? He's like, and I was like, what? What?
Did you meet him online?
Yeah.
Oh, where online?
I met him through Facebook.
Just
Like
like some guy's random.
No, in a Facebook, like, it was a Super Smash Bros. Group.
Oh, okay. So it was like it really was just like
Yeah, it
complete coincidence.
literally because of Super Smash Bros.
Huh.
I met him, and
That's
he's like,
fantastic.
and now he's like one of my best friends.
Really?
So yeah,
That's fantastic, dude.
I consider you, Aaron, and my best friends.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh well, thank you.
But
I love you too, Darren.
oh, I love you, Alex.
I love you. Let's kiss.
Yeah. Watch that finger. Gross. Yeah, stop it. But yeah, so our boy came into that conversation, the whole white people thing.
Yeah.
Because somebody mentioned other cultures, and he brought up South Africa, and about how Alex.
Continue.
About how
Don't say that I die because I'm white.
Well, he brought up how in South Africa, white people are being targeted because they are white, and being attacked by black people, right?
Okay.
And fucking Kintavor decided to argue that that is not racist, and we made fun of him a lot. Because, like, how are you going to fucking... There's a coin.
I don't care.
Like, we were like, how are you going to argue against that? Like, how are you going to say that, hey, because of your race, that's not racist? And he was, like, trying to justify that white people are being murdered there. He's like, oh, well, when you're an oppressor for so long, you can't expect to not have people revolt. And it's like, yeah, you can revolt, but that's different because they are still in power there. Like, they're not revolting. They have, like, black people. Like, like most of the political system in South Africa is black people, right?
Okay.
So they hold the power predominantly.
Well, what are their beliefs?
That's irrelevant to this discussion because we're talking about black people killing white people because they are white.
Okay.
Not because of their beliefs or anything. It's you're white and you own land and I don't want you to own land here. Go away.
Okay.
And he was trying to argue against that. It's like, how? It's not fucking... It's...
Well, okay, so what is the history of South Africa? Because it's obviously not the same as it is in America. So,
it's not.
Our values can't exactly translate one-to-one there.
They can't, but I'm not talking about the values, you know what I mean? I'm talking about the fact, once again, that black people are killing white people because they are white.
Yes.
And that is racist.
Yeah, it's
inherently.
Racist. Killing people.
Yeah, exactly. They are dying,
Yeah,
and
like-
he's trying to defend that.
How? Like in what
that's-
way are they doing? Are they shooting them up? Or are they stabbing
No,
them?
they're not just like going bang and like they're torturing them. Like,
Really?
Like
Really?
there was an old woman who had her feet nailed to the ground
What the
while she was in her chair, and they
What?
strangled her.
Why?
Yep.
God damn, people are fucking retarded.
And then somebody called a white supremacist because he defended, or like he was being like, hey, killing people's bad. And they,
why do people do that stuff? Like, what is wrong with them?
yeah.